Hello sweet friends, welcome back. I'm Sonia from Periwinkle Souls Day School, and today's video is all about how to teach kids the books required for teaching kids to write, to practice and to color. So the first book is English book, and this is a 4-ruled book. 2 blue lines in the middle and 1 red line at the top and the other at the bottom. So this 4-rule book is required for the kids to learn writing English. This is very important for the kid because it helps them to know how to write within the lines, and it also helps them to recognize the letters which are to be written above the line, above the blue lines, and which are to be written below the blue lines. And it also helps them to write uniformly, and they're also going to have when they grow up, they're going to write the letters in equal sizes. They're not going to write one small, one big, and mess up with the sizes later on when they start writing in a single rule book when they grow up. So this book is a must for all the toddlers, preschoolers and kindergarten kids who are writing English. This is because our ultimate goal is to teach kids to write within the lines without tracing correctly. So this is how it's going to be. This is the book that they need in order to write their letters correctly, uniformly within the lines without messing up. So the next book is Square Ruled Book. So this is the square rule book which has boxes all over and a red margin line. So this book is used to write maths. Square rule book is a must for the kids to write maths from the beginning itself. Do not give white papers to write numbers in the starting. From the beginning itself, teach the kids writing in a square rule book. Teach the kids writing numbers in the square rule book. This helps them to write each number within the given space, within the given box. So it helps them later on for maths. When they grow up, they'll have to write in a white paper book. So when they write it, they're not going to mix up the numbers, and the numbers are not going to go slanting when they start writing from left side, and by the time they reaches the end of the page till the right side, the numbers go slanting. Either they go from down to up or up to down. So this helps them to calculate where the page starts and where the line starts and where the line ends. So this is a very useful book for the kids. This is again a must-have. Please do not give single rule books or white papers for the kids to learn or write maths from the starting itself. Use square rule books. They're going to get confused if you change that many lines of books. So square rule for maths and 4 rule for English. So by the time they finish writing 1 to 20 numbers, they will be independently writing without dots, without tracing, without helping them to write. They're going to do it by their own. So that should be our ultimate goal. And of course the white sheets are required in order to give them activities in between and paste them in the book. And the tens and ones at the top, you can see T and O. So tens and ones they're going to learn in the square rule book itself. So that's how they're going to learn and enjoy writing. That is the main part. We want them to enjoy writing. So The next book is the 5 rule book. And the 5 rule book is to be used to write Hindi. Hindi, the letters should be written between the 3 blue lines. In the above line is the red line and the below is the another red line. So middle you'll have 3 blue lines, up 1 red line, and down below the blue lines another red line. So matras above the matras on the letters will go till the above red line, and the matras below the letter will go till the below within the below red line. So this again helps them to write uniformly. Many people use single rule book or double rule book to write or teach Hindi, which is a big no-no for the preschoolers, kindergarteners and toddlers. You have to purchase 5 rule book. You have to give them good practice in the 5 rule book itself. So this book is for Hindi, not the single rule book or the double rule book, which we use for the double rule book, which is to be used for other languages like Telugu or Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, and so on, the regional languages. But for the national language, which is Hindi, you'll have to use 5 rule book. This is the correct book for the kids to write Hindi. Many schools, I've seen that they are using single rule book or double rule book for Hindi, but it is a big no. Teachers and parents, please observe it. For Hindi, it is a 5 rule book. 5 rule book should be used. Next comes, till now I've shown you the writing book. Now I'm going to show you what is important for practicing. The book's important for practicing. So I don't personally encourage purchasing costly things. I encourage making everything at home. But this book, these things, I really like them. These are the magic books, which we call it. So you have everything in it. It's not too costly to purchase. It's affordable, and this is not paid promotion. This is what I have experienced. So everything is there in this. The application, the count and connect. You have the child counts and connects on the left side, and right side the numbers. And here comes choose correct food for the animals with the numbers. So dog has 6 number on it, so there are 6 bones here, so just they have to connect it, match it. So on the right side you can see all the numbers. This comes the again addition type of counting. The 5 at the top, 5 pomegranates and 3 at the bottom, so you just have to add it. Then comes the number names. This book have everything in it. The count and write, the addition, the numbers, the number names, and fill in the grid, count and write. And here comes again count and write the correct number of fruits. So how many mangoes you have to count it, write it there, how many pears, how many peaches and apples. And one more thing which I liked in this book is good posture. At the end of the book there's a good posture and good handwriting. So both your feet should be on the floor, elbows off the edge of the desk, and sit back in the chair. Shoulders should be slightly forward and proper desk height. So the posture of your hands, the left hand, if you are a right-hander, the left hand should be holding the book, and with the right hand you have to write. And here how the pencil position, you have to hold the pencil with 2 fingers, the thumb and the index finger. So that's how it is. And then comes the English book. So you have the letters on the right side, and fruits on the left, vegetables on the left, vehicles on the left, and then animals on the left. These are the dots that I have to trace on the right. Birds on the left, then the letters on the right, then about my body on the left and YZ, and then the number names on the right, and the toys and the shapes at the end. The same thing, good posture and the writing things. So the very good thing about this book is this book can be practiced daily. The same thing, because it has a pen which gets erased automatically after you write after few seconds. So after just tracing the dots and you leave it to the air for few seconds, it's going to get erased automatically. So this is a very good thing, so that after it gets erased again, the child can practice on the same dots, and he can practice it for many years. You can say, like, if the child is for 3 years old, he can practice it till he is 6 years old, because these are the things that he has to be learning or practicing till he or she is 6 years, which is that they complete their kindergarten. So this is a very good thing that I have seen in this book, and that is why I am recommending this book. If you want, I'm going to mention the link of these books in the description box below. It's not too costly, so that is why I am recommending it. But it is very useful for the kids to practice. Everything are there in one single book. Everything. You have the English numbers, you have the English letters, you have the number names of maths, you have the EVS, which is the general knowledge, the body, the toys, vegetables, fruits, shapes, my body, and vehicles. So everything all in one, you can say it is an all-in-one book. So now you can see how the letter is getting disappeared slowly. So I'll keep it aside, and then I'm going to show you how it gets disappeared, and I'm going to show you the another book, which is the drawing book. So this enables them to learn the patterns, the standing line, the sleeping line, the slanting lines, and then how to draw. So they have given dots, and the child has to just trace the dots. And it's a very good practice for the kids. So trace the shapes here, these shapes, the circle, the square, and the triangle. So you have a little rhyme at the left side, 2 little dicky birds, and then comes the shape oval, and practicing the drawing. So this thing is that you have to find the jumbled words and write the number in the box given at the side. And this is again a very good activity, and very good the concentration level gets increased. So this is another game, a grid game, where they have to draw the other side of the picture. So this is trace the vegetables, brinjal, pumpkin, tomato, and carrot. So beyond the sky, they just have to trace the numbers given. So from 1 to 8 beyond the sky. So this is again trace the flowers, the flower pot, daffodil, lotus, and tulip. Now this is again spot the difference. So this is a great activity book. Trace the animals, lion, rabbit, whale. So find the way for the detective to cast the thief. And then drawing, which has everything in it, the circles, the basket, the clouds, the sun, in different shapes. Great tracing. So this teaches them how to draw the shapes and the drawing equally. So this is what it is. And look at this, I kept it aside. See, it's all gone, it's erased. So again the child can trace it. So now I'm going to show you the maths book. This is maths book, not numbers book. I've showed you the numbers book. Now this is the maths book. So math starts with addition, a very simple addition. It starts with single digit. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So this is a great practice. This can be practiced daily. So you can see how it's engraved, the numbers. So just have to write in that engraved thing. This comes the addition, And here is the subtraction. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, 3 minus 1 is equal to 2, 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So they have to just count the vegetables there and do it. And this is for the practice. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So they have to circle the letter 6, count the stars in the bit below. And here is fun maths. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Just have to write the numbers and join the V-shape dot to give the answer to. This is a practice. Solve the problem using the numbers. Very easy and simple activities, fun activities, and the kid is going to love it. So this is what I told. This is again subtraction, game of subtraction, and this comes the color. You have, the child has to color how many red he has there, how many green, and how many blue, and how many yellow, and write it in the boxes given below. So here comes another fun activity. So 2 is divided and it becomes 1 plus 1, and again 2 minus 1 becomes 1. So here comes the addition activity. A very good activity. Solve the sum. So here solve the sum. They did not give any picture because it becomes a practice for the kid when after doing so many pages of addition. So here again count the vegetables and write in the box below. So they just have to count how many brinjals are there, write it in the box, carrots, write it there, broccoli, and write it down in the circle shape. And here is again addition, side by side addition. You can call it 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 in that way. And here again maths fun, count the bananas and circle the number. And here tick the box containing its objects. So a very good activity. In this side it comes as, it's given as subtraction. So very easy subtraction. The child is going to enjoy it. So it's not going to be a burden for the kid to learn it. Again comes the fun maths. So here it's given as 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. You can just select 3 is yellow, so you have to color, the child has to color yellow in that. So now count and match the bottom. So this here ends with the maths book, and comes the Hindi book. This is again very important book for the kid to learn Hindi, to practice Hindi actually. So here they started with kha, which are vyanjans, but we would like to start it with swar. Always start teaching the kids swar first, which starts with a to aha. So after finishing teaching them this swar, you can when they are through with writing in the writing book, then practicing in this practicing book, then you can start teaching them a vyanjan which starts with kha. So you can start teaching them in the writing book, which is the 5-rule book, and then you can start helping them to practice in this practice book. So at the right hand side you have the letters, and the left hand side you have the words. Vahan, the transport. Lekhan samagri, the writing material, the stationery required. And then khel, the games, all the games given here in Hindi. They will know how to, what game is what in Hindi. So the food, the sharir, the parts of the body in Hindi, and parivar, family in Hindi. So this is how they're going to learn a lot. Fruits, vegetables, and parts of the body, and family, and vehicles in Hindi. So this is another book of Sankhya, numbers in Hindi. So this can be taught when they are 5+. So numbers in Hindi, it is important for the kids to learn numbers in Hindi too. Here are the number names. Same thing which I showed you in maths, the same thing it's in Hindi with same activities. just the language is different. And here comes the stationery, the basic stationery important for kids. Pencil, the pencil gripper. The gripper is very important. It enables them to hold the pencil in the correct way. It's a very good, very important and good thing to purchase. It's a little rubber kind of thing which has, places to catch the pencil in the correct way. And the next comes the erasers, basic stationery. Here comes the erasers. I would prefer you to purchase this triangle shape eraser, which enables them to again hold it in a writing shape to erase it. The triangular eraser. These are just for their activity. Eraser, aeroplanes, and the sharpener, and little paint box, paints to paint. And this is the crayon eraser to erase the crayon scribblings. So the crayons, very important. You can do one thing. You can as the crayons are in circle shape, you can use this gripper to help fix the gripper to these crayons. You can fix the gripper to anything that the child is writing with. So after fixing the gripper, it enables them to color easily, holding the crayon in the way they hold the pencil. So this is a very important thing. The gripper is very important thing, and the crayons to color everything. So, and one more thing I would like to tell you to use big size crayons, fat crayons, and this gripper is very important. You have places to keep the pens, your fingers, the long finger at the bottom, and thumb and the index finger at both the sides. You have the place to keep your fingers there. So as I told you, the crayons should be big and a little thick. They should not be small and thin. If it is possible, you can purchase crayons of in the shape of which has the shape of triangle. Do not purchase small crayons like these. Big crayon and big and fat crayons enables them to hold it correctly and color in a proper way. Small crayons, if you have it, please throw them away and invest in buying big crayons. Even with the kids stationery, books, you have to be very smart in selecting. Do not waste your money in unnecessary purchases. These are the basic things and the important things that are required. So like, subscribe and share it with your friends and family. Bye bye, take care.